What's up, everyone? It's been a bit of time since we've done a movie review on this channel, and we will be reviewing Top Gun from 1986. So, in preparation for Top Gun Maverick, which has come out recently, and which I did see last week, Thursday, in preparation, I wanted to go back in time and watch the original Top Gun. And I must say, I had a thoroughly enjoyable time with the film. Really, Tom Cruise is the heart and the soul of the story. And I find that with his character, there's very interesting elements in him where, in a peculiar way, I actually see a lot of myself in that character. Okay, minus the fact that he's a fighter pilot, you know. But I see a character where he's been stretched at both ends of the spectrum when it comes to considering his life. You know, it's very, there's a poetic justice to it, and a poetic justice to his character development, how he's three-dimensional, and his character arc within the story. He's a character that ultimately wants to be the example, and, you know, show that he can walk in his father's shoes and that he can just be as good as him. But also he has this this thing where he gets so attached to people where it can, you know, lead to actually hurting him emotionally. And that side of his persona where he gets this withdrawal symptom from people as to how attached he is to them. And that boils down to his connection that I feel that he has with his mum. And you have him wanting to be this, you know, be this leader, but you see this very empathetic side to him as well, which comes from his mum. And I feel like it's really a story about the fight within, almost, to, you know, the fight within, and also how are you going to become the person that you want to be. And you see this theme playing out also with the new Top Gun Maverick, which we will be reviewing here on the channel as well, so stay tuned for that. So I think that was a very interesting element to play around with the character, and boy, does that pay dividends by the time you see Top Gun Maverick. It is mind-blowing how much they got to that film and expanded on it. And also, what I love about this film is that it really did show that back then it was a different time, and that people, you could feel the love, you know, kind of radiating between each other, you know, whether it was friendships or relationships, you know, intimately. There was a different zest back then, and you can really feel it. And I remember as I'm watching the film, I turned around to my friend and I said, you don't get that same love, that same passion, that same enthusiasm nowadays between people. And, you know, for me anyway, it was something I could spot immediately in the way that people would talk to each other, the way that they would interact with each other. Okay, granted, that is due to Tony Scott's direction, but, you know, you really felt it even in the dialogue, the written dialogue, because obviously we go based off our environment and the environment that we live in at the time. And also I just found it, like how I'm saying, it was a totally different time back then, where you see Tom Cruise's character where he's trying to pursue a girl, one of the main love interests in the story, and he just ends up walking into the women's toilets And I'm just thinking to myself, boy, you do that nowadays, boy, that is a prison sentence right there. So yeah, and there is, like I say, it being a different time, that you get like this macho kind of feeling between characters. But I feel like, the macho energy was a thing back then, in the sense that there could only be one. And that could feel cheesy at times, but that's me taking it with a grain of salt. And, and how Maverick, how Maverick and Goose get along during the time of the film. You see their relationship really blossom, and I love that in their downtime, like they're, like a singing duo as well. Like you could feel that camaraderie between them two. And the second and third act, shit hits the fan, so to say, and as an audience, because the movie really took its time to build that relationship with them being three-dimensional characters. You really felt like it was a gut punch when things didn't turn out the way that they thought that it would go. But, and the action was good. Quite simple. It was quite a simple plot, really. There was nothing like massive or extravagant that was really taking place. And also, when it comes to the cinematography, even for what it was back then, I found it interesting that, some of the shots you can tell they're actually shooting the aviation, the planes as well. And you can tell that when it comes to the actors, they're acting, but they're acting on a studio set somewhere else, But even if that was that little wrinkle in my brain that was thinking, yeah, this is not really happening in person, and it didn't take away too much from the film. And also I really like the opening. And I think that the opening really sets the stage for who Pete Mitchell is as a character. But guys, have you seen Top Gun, the 1986 original? Let me know in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you think it was mediocre? Did you dislike it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're new here. And keep your eyes peeled for Top Gun Maverick, because that's coming real soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.